And it sounds as if the president is saying, if you find someone who is doing something, and he uses the word criminal, they are doing criminal. If you find someone who is doing a criminal act, you are at liberty to sort of deal with them. And if somebody doesn't agree, they should rather go to court. What do you say?
Well, I disagree with the president. See, those who can go to court, and I suspect will go to court, are those who think they were doing the right thing, and yet law enforcement agencies have come to disrupt it. Those who have valid licenses and are mining in the way that the license determines that you should mine. Because you can have a valid license, like the president himself said, and be doing the wrong thing. But even then, look, we have too many of the laws and regulations. This is Minerals and Mining Act 2006 at 703.
That's a parent law.
Yeah, that the parent.
Yeah, that's the parent
exactly.
law.
Yes. Then the amendments have come through.
Right.
We have the 995. We have the 900.
So 2014, 2015, 2019,
yes,
we have done amendments.
All
and most of the amendments have been to enhance the punishment.
Exactly, ma. Okay, because of our historical experiences and things we've seen where the laws are inadequate and all the rest. The last one being this 995, done 2019 at 995. So, to be honest, as I was saying, those who will end up going to court are those who think, look, we've been unfairly and unjustly treated. That is clear. I'm not sure the president was talking to only them. If you check the communication, the drift, the trust, the president appeared to have been saying something, in my candid opinion, that sounded indiscriminate to me, all embracing. Look, we are out there, we are fighting GALAMSEY, which we all support and should support. But these are the methods we are applying. And I think the challenge is with some of the methods that are applying. The way a manner is being done in that indiscriminate, unfocused way is such that even those with valid licenses but are doing the right thing have become victims. Okay? As for those doing the wrong thing, doing GALAMSEY in the real sense of GALAMSEY, I don't see any of them going to court. First of all, they are engaged in an illegality. And you come the run. I don't see them even hearing the admonition of going to court. It doesn't apply to them. So we should be very focused on exactly who we are talking about and where the challenge is coming from. And the challenge has arisen because of the methods being applied. In this case, the burning of excavators and other mining equipment. See, if you go to the 995, there are a lot of things there, but I think one should be focusing on the relevance. 7, that is section 7, if I'm right. Yeah. It says a person who provides or is involved in the provision of an excavator or any other equipment for mining operations contrary to the provision of this act commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not less than 50,000 penalty units. Sometimes I don't understand those things, but you being a lawyer will explain. And not more than 100,000 penalty units, or to a term of imprisonment of not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years, or to both the fine and the imprisonment. 8, where a person is arrested for an offense under subsection 3, 5, 6, or 7, any equipment used in or associated with the commission of the offense, and any product, mark that, any product derived from the commission of the offense shall, without regard to the ownership of the equipment or product, shall, without regard to the ownership of the equipment or the product, be seized and kept in the custody of the police. 9, a court that convicts a person for any offense under subsection 2, 3, 5, 6, or 7 shall, in addition to the penalty that the court may impose, order the forfeiture of any equipment or product seized under Section 8 to the state. 10. The minister shall, within 60 days after the confiscation of the equipment or product, allow the equipment or product to be it says product, allocate, the equipment or product to the appropriate state institution and publish it in the Gazette. They publish in the Gazette the name of the state institution to which the equipment or product is allocated. I've been searching all this.
So the amount, the fine you spoke about,
yes,
the maximum you spoke about is 1.2 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You see? So, and I've searched the regulations, Minerals and Mining Licensing Regulations 2012, LI 2176. I've searched all these acts that there's nowhere.
The latest regulation is 2020.
Okay.
It simply repeats what you have read.
Thank you. Though I haven't seen that, but thanks for that.
It's here. I'm holding it here. I can read it back to you if you want.
Thank you. You know, I have searched fruitlessly for a provision, whether in the acts or in the regulations, any provision that actually enables the burning of excavators and other mining equipment. And I don't see it. I've argued, not because I support that line, but I've argued that if in case, again, based on our experience, we have come to the conclusion that all these laws and regulations are ineffective, and that one best way of doing some of these things to create a disincentive or a deterrent is to ban, where do we go?
Parliament.
Yes, so I advised the president and his government to also go to Parliament with a bill to amend, even though, I'll be honest with you, I don't believe in the banning, because the utility value of that equipment could actually be capitalized on by the state, as the law was saying. Okay, there's some of those equipments that will have no utility value.
The champagnes.
Yes, the court itself can tell you ban or dispose of them.
No, but the law says the court will hand them to you.
Yes.
So you don't take it by yourself. A court must give it to you.
Fantastic.
When a court gives it to you, it's your property.
Yes.
Whether you burn it or not, that's your business.
Thank you. Okay, so again, the argument that, look, when we go to the site, they have removed some equipment and things. We seized earlier excavators, they got lost and all that. To be honest with you, it's an expression of impotence. Institutional impotence.
An expression of what?
Institutional impotence.
Okay.
Because you didn't hear the institutional.
Now, Randy, Kweku says he disagrees with the president.
Yes.
Occupy Ghana says the president is wrong and he knows he's wrong.
Yes.
What should happen? Why is it wrong? Where do you stand in the first place?
Professor Buzia said no court. And President Akuffo Addo says go to court. See, on this panel, you are the lawyer. I'd like you to help me answer this question. On what basis does the president describe these acts as criminal? On what basis?
On the basis of this law.
Of a law?
He quoted the law himself.
Okay. On what basis does he justify the burning of the excavators?
I haven't heard the basis of law.
He made a point that once you are engaged in illegality, no rights will accrue from that illegality. But there's still a problem there.
The point I make is that...
Kujok Ponkruma says there are situations where you don't need to show any law.
You don't need to.
Yes, because not all the laws are in a book.
You sure he said that?
Yes, that's what he said.
Even though, you see, let me put it this way. You know, it's unfortunate that this has taken the center stage as far as this GALAMSEY fight is concerned. And I think that what we are dealing with is even a fight bigger than GALAMSEY. But I think the GALAMSEY has given us the opportunity, you know, to tackle this whole thing. Because the more I learn about this, I even find out that, look, we could be having a bigger problem with people who hold licenses and with companies that hold licenses and are expected to do legitimate business. Because I realized that you have a category of persons who do not have any license, and they are out there doing things, and they are those we call the GALAMSEY people. Then you have those who have licenses but are mining in red zones or wrong places where they shouldn't be mining. And you find out that many of them hitherto were into GALAMSEY. And they managed to get licenses and are using those licenses, you know, as a cover to engage in enhanced GALAMSEY. And then you have those who have the licenses, are on their mining sites, but are engaged in wrong practices that are devastating forest cover and messing up the water bodies and all that. And recently you saw some shots, like the yellow zones, they say 100 meters. But there's evidence that people are operating 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers away. But the operations are harming the water bodies. They've laid pipes and all that. And they are even polluting more than those GALAMSEY people. So it goes beyond just the unlicensed guys. Even those who have licenses are even doing more terrible things. Yeah. But you see, I like the renewed fight because, one, we cannot give up. So even though the initial one that the president said he was putting his presidency on the line for has failed, and there's demonstrable evidence that it's failed, I'm happy that the new minister, with the backing of the president, has brought this renewed fight, and you realize that everybody is on board. Unfortunately, this issue of banning of excavator and other things is brought this sharp disagreement between a certain coalition that has been formed in support of this issue. And I think that the president and the minister ought to pause